I've never seen Firefly, and I just watched episode 14, Objects in Space. If you're new here, I'm watching Firefly from the beginning in production order. We are on our last episode, and then we'll be doing the movie. If you would like to follow my journey from the beginning, please make sure to check out my profile. I'm going to do things a little bit different with this video for this episode. It's the last one. Why not? I'm also going to be going a little bit deeper into my analysis, so we'll see how you guys like that. If you don't like it, again, it's the last one, so it'll be okay. Now, I've already done an entire video and discussion about whether River should be allowed on the ship, whether she's a part of the crew. So if you want to check that out, go look at my profile. I won't be addressing it in this video. In this video, I really want to talk about the juxtaposition throughout this entire episode because I thought it was so well done. One thing that the Whedonverse does really well is that juxtaposition. It's called bathos, and it's when you have something that's incredibly serious and sad, and then you bounce between the campy humor and the serious sadness. And I have to say, Firefly, Buffy, Dollhouse, they all do this incredibly well. Bathos is used a lot in movies and TV to help the audience deal with difficult materials. So Early is saying some really disturbing and violent things, but then he also makes a joke, or Simon makes a joke when he's like, "Are you a lion?" A lion. It's very campy, it's very unserious, and then we jump right back into the serious and the violence. It's the best way, in my opinion, to discuss these serious topics because it helps the audience digest it. It gives us a little bit of a break so that it's not too much, so that you'll hang in there for the whole message. We also see like a visual juxtaposition. Simon and Early. We have Simon who's bare chested, barefooted, and then we have Early who's suited and booted. Simon is sitting there being very honest, being very open. He's like, I'm not going to die sitting down. I'm not going to betray my sister. That is who we know Simon to be. Whereas Early is very closed off. He's hiding. He's lying, as River says. He's very much trying to give off what he's not. So we have one person who's lying and closed off, who's covered up and suited and booted. And then we have the other person who's being very open and honest and vulnerable, and they don't have any shoes on, any shirt on. They're open. So they're not only using the dialogue, but they're also giving us the visual to represent these two parts. Also see the juxtaposition with Early and River. So they're really taking Early as a character to show us more about the Tam family. Early is this foil, this opposite to River and Simon. River is just as powerful as Early. She even tells him, I'm like you, I'm dangerous like you. She could easily cause just as much pain and violence as Early. All of River's actions are to minimize violence. River says no to guns. River is sacrificial. River is working as a team. These are all things that Early won't do. You have the juxtaposition in the dialogue, the juxtaposition in the visual. You have it between the characters, and then you also have it within the characters with Jubal Early. They did a great job of using River's power as a way to show this juxtaposition or the inside thoughts. You see it with Jane, you see it with Book, and then you see it again with Early, where he comes off nice and calm, but then he does this like weird head shake, and that's what he's feeling inside, what he really is thinking and feeling, which River knows due to her power. On the outside, he's sitting there calm, demeanor, but the words that he's saying are extremely violent. He keeps saying that he has to do these things, he has to do these things in order to achieve his goal. But we all know that that is not true. River is quick to point out that he is lying, that he knows deep down why he's doing these things. So it's almost like a juxtaposition within himself so that he doesn't have to admit how terrible of a guy he is. That's why he gets so mad at Anara when she starts reading him, because he doesn't want anyone to know the truth. This is much different from Simon and River, who have been very open and honest with the audience and the crew. They have this villain who is the epitome of evil, right? Whenever a movie or a TV show really wants to show how evil a person is, they have the threat of SA. And that was in this episode. And I really think that they just wanted to make him seem incredibly evil to counterbalance River's incredible innocence. They are both dangerous, but their intention is much, much different. And this episode is using Early to really tell us about River. This episode really was like a class in bathos, and it's one of my favorite tropes, genre, whatever you want to call it, because I love dark humor, and they're good at dark humor in the Whedonverse, I have to say. I really do think that's one of the reasons he makes sure that all of his characters can be funny. Because if all of your characters have a way to be humorous, then you can use that bathos nonstop. It doesn't matter who's in the scene, it doesn't matter who the story is about. Any one of them can be the comedic relief. That's it for this video. Let me know what you thought. Did you like this kind of review? Did you like this kind of analysis? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I can handle it. Also, my next video will be about the use of horror tropes in this episode and Joss Whedon in general, using them throughout Firefly when he wants to give his episodes a more sinister thriller slasher type vibe. Hopefully you guys are able to see this video. Please let me know if it's coming out to your For You page or not. I will keep posting until hopefully we get back to normal. As always, thank you for watching. If you want to check out my other videos, they are much easier to find on YouTube, so you can use my link tree in my profile to go check that out.